Good morning, it's Dr. Charlie here and coming to you with another message. As one person put it, a little dash cam wisdom. So I'm happy to be here today and looking forward to this conversation. So I was thinking about adversity, and pretty arguably for most of us in our lifetime, this is probably the most adversity we've ever faced from so many fronts. And it's a very challenging time. So what's the solution? How do you overcome adversity? What can you do about it? And I've given a lot of thought to this over the years, and frankly, those years of adversity and different situations and different scenarios are really helping me now and paying off. And I'm hopeful that this message will help you as well. And so I was just reading about Howard Schultz, and he's credited with creating this Starbucks phenomenon that we are now all experiencing and enjoying. And if you look at the history of it, he started out as the marketing manager for Starbucks. There were only 6 stores in Seattle, Washington. And he had this vision. He traveled to, I believe it was Italy, and saw a situation there where the coffee shops were set up different than they were here. At that time, Starbucks, you couldn't go in and sit down anywhere. So he had this idea, and he went and pitched the ownership, and they didn't like it, and they didn't adopt that. So he left, started his own group. I think he had 3 small shops, and then ended up having this vision that, hey, I'm gonna go buy these Starbucks and use that brand and build this in the way that I think it can be very successful. So he needed about, I want to say, 1.6 million to purchase those stores at that time, and he didn't have 1.6 million dollars, but he had the vision and the belief that this could be something much greater than it was. So he went to ask for the money, right? He had to try to acquire investors. He had to get banks involved. He had so many people that he talked to try to raise this money. And so he ended up raising that money, and now there were 6 stores. Now there's over 30,000 stores worldwide. And it's just an incredible story. But what gets lost a lot is what he had to overcome, the adversity he had to get through in order to achieve that goal. So how many no's did he get? Well, he got 217 no's on his way to getting that $1.6 million, I believe it was. So how many people would quit after 2 no's, or 22 no's, or 42 no's, or 102 no's? How about 202 no's? Hey, I've asked over 200 times, it's not going to work. So he ended up getting 217 no's, but the key element here is he got 25 yeses. And those 25 yeses led to having the investment capital to go and purchase those stores, and the rest is history. So one of the keys to overcoming adversity is just being relentless, being persistent in the pursuit of your goal, whatever it is. You can't give up. Can't give up. If you give up, then it's over, right? And the way to success, the way to succeed is to not, the way to achieve is to not give up, right? And is that easy? Was it easy to hear no 217 times? How many of those people laughed at him? How many of those people thought he was a joke? How many of those people didn't believe in his vision, right? But none of those people are probably going to come forward now and tell you they told him no, because that was a big mistake, right? So you don't really know who those no's were, but there were 217. But in the end, his persistence, his perseverance is what paid off. And so it's not going to be easy. Coming out of all of this adversity that we're facing right now, it's not going to be easy. However, it is doable, it's attainable, and the way that we overcome it is to be persistent and consistent in what we're doing. And I'm sure that along the way, Howard Schultz adjusted his pitch. He adjusted the way he approached people. He probably adjusted the people that he approached. But in the end, because of his persistence and his willingness to continue to tweak, continue to make adjustments, they ended up achieving his ultimate goal. So it's a great lesson there for all of us, that whether it's our personal life or our professional life, there may be some things that just aren't working right. So it doesn't mean your end goal is not worthy and not correct, but your approach needs to be tweaked, needs to be adjusted. So use it, use wisdom, use your intellect, use your experience, continue to tweak and adjust. And as you do that, you'll see you'll begin to make more and more progress to ultimately you reach your goal. So that's my message for today. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.